Well, I'm not talking about that anymore, so if it happens, you'll know about it. If not, quit asking. I've only answered that, well, how many times, Jay? 5,000 times? Won't do it anymore.
Well, then how about just how he looked tonight?
Fantastic. I think he's been, really, he's having some kind of year. He's, he's put himself in the elite class in baseball at a young age, very little experience. Even tonight, he didn't give up many hits. He gave up those little infield bleeders. He's got such great life on his fastball. It's tough to square him up, and he threw enough curveballs over to keep everybody honest, and even some good changeups. So he's really coming into his own. Really, I think just scratching the surface. Like I said, no more. Ask somebody else.
He's shown the ability to be very consistent throughout the season and going deep into games. How refreshing is it to know that you pretty much know what you're getting from Sanchez?
Well, yeah, that's the big part of it. It's 7 innings, 8 innings. It's really nothing for him. He's been doing it all year long, and really that's ideal for a starter. It does a lot of things. It helps save your bullpen on any given night, if they've been worked hard. If not, you just narrow it down to your late inning guys. So, but when you watch him, even he's starting to get up there in pitches. He really doesn't lose much on the ball. But when sometimes guys lose velocity, it makes a huge difference. When he loses velocity, he still has such great movement. He's still tough, like I said earlier, square up.
Do you see a bit less effort in his delivery to get the velocity up there and maintain it this year in comparison to last year?
I don't know. It's always come out of it. He's always done everything pretty easy. He's a big, strong kid, but I think he's growing into his body. He's bigger and stronger, and I know he did a nice weight program in the off season, but he's also turning into a man, naturally. So, confidence right now is through the roof. Anytime you start out in the big leagues, you battle that. But he does it pretty easy, I know that.
John, we talked pregame about the Padres, them being the last interleague team to go on the road since it all began in 1997, and your stint with the Padres. Can you just talk about, getting the win under an unfamiliar opponent late in July?
Yeah, any wins are all big. It's tough to get a win in the big leagues. It really is, and they've been playing some good ball. I spent that year in their organization and loved everything about it and the people that are running it. Some new faces now, but there's still a lot of people over there that I'm very fond of, So, but yeah, it's never easy playing teams that you don't know a whole lot about. So yeah, it's always nice to get a win. I thought Ray, pitched a great ball game too. He was sticking it pretty good. We didn't score a lot. We scored enough, and then Sanchez, you shut them down. So, but he pitched a great ball game too.
On Jose's first game in nearly 6 weeks, what's your takeaway from how he looked tonight?
Yeah, I thought he looked good. He did end up barreling that one ball, getting a hit late in the game, and I thought he was moving around pretty good in the outfield. So that's what we were looking for. You never know what's going to happen with his timing and all that. Because eventually that'll click in and he'll do his thing. But, I didn't see him hobbling at all. I checked with him during the game. He said it felt great. We were debating who to take out and put Carrera in late in the game, and he said, I'm good. So that's no insult to Saunders, but